marriage is like an house, but the difference is that you don't finish building an house.
Really?
You finish building an house, but marriage is ongoing. You may not understand that woman very well. I've been married for about 30 years, so I can speak authoritatively on that. So he needs to work and make up his mind to love the woman. Unless there is anything wrong with the woman, unless there is anything wrong the woman is doing, but if not, let him will it. Love is not all emotional. He has a part to play.
You guys are going to drive me nuts with this concept of bring the love back.
So what do you think?
No. I'm not thinking. I think that there is a supposition that love is this thing that you can build the way you build castles in the wind. Like you can just...
You can make love work.
Let me give you an example. So I've been, and I'm using my job for example, right? So I've been on this job for a while, and I've met colleagues who initially had that fire for it, and the fire just goes out. And then I've worked with people who have had fire for so long, and the fire just keeps burning. So now that other colleague who had that initial fire, then you speak to them and you see that somewhere inside of them the fire is out. They like the job, but they're done. So when you bring it back...
Are there things that brought discouragement to them? Are there things that they expected or met expectations?
Yeah, but you see, it's a corporate discouragement. Whatever it is they're going through is what the other colleagues are going through, right? So, but the other one is going through it, but in fact, their passion is independent of what they're going through. Their passion is independent of what they're going through. But this other person, we don't know if it's independent or not, but we just know that they have gotten to a place where that fire is out.
Yeah, the difference is that this one is marriage, is a commitment.
Yeah, but we're trying to... Look, I'm working on the logic here. You say a commitment. Yeah. The job is a commitment, right? I'm trying to... Because I'm not married, I'm trying to use something you and I can properly at least relate to. Because if it happens psychologically on a job, you can practically superimpose that logic on a marriage. You can love someone without much effort on their part, right? Yeah, and then there is the fact that then the person is not even bad, but you just don't have any feelings for them. Let me tell you, on the night cafe, one time I spoke to a man. I had a topic, and I was asking men if they were in a marriage that they really intended to be in. And I had men call. In fact, one man called me and said that he married a woman who couldn't give birth. He married a woman he loved and later realized that she couldn't give birth. And he's happy with her. He doesn't even care about the child. He's not even losing her for nothing. Then his family comes and insists that he must divorce the woman who can't give birth and marry the one that can give birth. So they go bring a wife for him and they tell him to sleep with her and give the family a child. And after much back and forth, he does it. The second girl gets a baby and she wants to be a wife. She doesn't want to be someone who just gave birth. But the man says to her, I'm not going to marry you. I told you before this happened that I will not marry you. So even with this child, I'm willing to lose the child. And I said to him, but if your first wife never gives you a baby, now you have a family assigned concubine that's giving you a child, and they want you to marry the second woman. Well, this is a hard one. What are you going to do? He says he's willing to lose both the second woman and the baby. He'll take responsibility for sure, but he's not going to marry her. That he loves the one who can have a baby. That was a choice he made.
Yeah, that's the right choice to make.
No, wait. That's because he loves the first one. Another man called me on that same night and said he's married to a woman. They have 3 kids. She's a beautiful soul. And the marriage is okay, but he doesn't love her. And he said to me that if the woman he loves, who is right now married, leaves her husband today, he leaves his wife tomorrow. He said this to me, that if the woman he loves, who's married to another man, leaves her husband today, that tomorrow morning he leaves his wife, and the wife is not even bad. So your logic, I don't even know where to place it. This thing where you suggest, you can just love, manufacture love. It doesn't work like that.
No, my logic is actually based, I'm a Christian, is based on the scriptures.
Yeah, so there's problem with your scripture because your
The
scripture,
Bible says that a
you
man
sound
should
as though
love
you're
his wife.
forced. No, even it says, be at peace with your neighbor as best as you can. A man love your wife. It's possible for you not to love her. It's really possible. It's an illusion to suggest that because you married her, you will love her.
Why did you marry the person in the first place?
Yeah, there are many factors that make you guys marry. Sometimes many of you marry wrong and you deny it.
Your father should not push you to marry a girl or anybody.
No,
you must look at the girl, date her, spend some time with her to know whether you really love her before you go into marriage.
Can we establish that many people have made wrong choices?
I agree. I know.
Being married. So hold on a second. When you make a wrong choice, you are saying that by your religion, you can manufacture love that supports the wrong choice.
If the lady is not an abuser, doesn't abuse you, you go and ask the creator who allowed you to marry her to give you love for her. And he can do it.
You really think Jesus Christ is at AliExpress? You know, like you just go there, place an order, they print out a 3D version and just hand it over. Okay, you know what? Yeah, maybe, but nah. No.
Joyce, I encourage him. It can happen.
Look, I think I don't mind you encouraging him. I just have an objection with the logic of manufacturing love. I've been on this job for so long, and every time I love it. And it's independent of all the things I don't like about the job.
Your job is different from one's marriage.
We can borrow the logic.
I worked in a place for over 2 decades. I got dissatisfied. I walked away. But when you are married, I cannot just stand up and walk away from my wife.
Yeah, the sentence is not you cannot just do it, but you can if you will. That's my point. So but that's established. The question, the only problem I have here is not your advice. Is the logic that he can vomit love that he doesn't have for her.
Joyce, let me tell you something that God does.
Sweet Jesus.
He gives us love in our hearts. For people.
For the wrong person, really?
Yeah, that's Romans chapter 5. He gives us love. The Spirit of God gives us we have agape kind of love. We have carnal love.
All right. This Sunday school I'm no longer attending. Thank you.